What is up, my friends, my fish-loving people, my shrimp-loving people, my aquarium people? My name is Aaron, and this is Aaron's Aquatics. And so here we are. Man, I started this hobby maybe a little over a year ago, and since then it's been nothing but trial and error. I was about to say something like, oh, this has been awesome, I loved every second of it. That's not true. Issues happen, lots of things happen. I know you can't really see right now, and I'll show you guys later, but recently I used to keep a dwarf puffer, an Indian puffer, and he was my favorite for a very, very long time. I've had him since the very beginning. I kept an additional population of snails, pond snails, apple snails, not apple snails, pond snails, and just like generic pest snails. And he did a really good job. And he actually was able to eat the Malaysian trumpet snails. His shells weren't too hard. He just picked at the foot and stuff, but he died. And because of that, I now have a ridiculous population of Malaysian trumpet snails, which I've had to go to the store and maybe get some assassin snails to take care of it. But rant, I gotta stop that. I tend to do that. The point is that the aquarium hobby is full of problems that happen. Eventually you get your tank balanced and things can go really well. Sometimes, most of the time. What I'm trying to make this first episode really be about is a situation that my friend put himself into. For people who are new to the hobby, when you start a tank, you are required to go through the nitrogen cycle. That's a process of developing beneficial bacteria that is a really long-winded topic that can be very quickly summed up in, if you put a bunch of fish in a tank at the very beginning, they will all poop each other to death. That's basically it. And it takes about 3 to 4 weeks for that to occur. Well, so I had an old coworker friend of mine. He used to keep a 20-gallon long aquarium. I don't exactly know what he had inside of it, but it doesn't matter. The point is that he broke that tank down a long time ago. It hasn't been running. He had a canister filter tied to it. And recently he decided, well, guess what? He wants to get into shrimp. Not just any shrimp, right? He wants to get into red cherry crystals. He wants to get into Taiwan bees, like the really good shrimp. And what ended up happening is he didn't, actually, no, stop it right there. He didn't think, he didn't do thinking. That's the important part. But what ended up happening is he thought that his canister filter media was good enough after the thing has been shut down for over a month and has been dried out, right? The bacteria is dead. All of it's dead, and we've confirmed that. But here's the thing. He ended up buying the shrimp to begin with, okay? He didn't check his parameters. He didn't do anything, and he bought them. They're coming tomorrow. Today is Tuesday. They were shipped out on Monday. And so what I have been trying to do, and let me get this out for you, is I have been, sorry for the mess, I've been getting all this stuff ready. I have been setting up my Fluval 6-gallon for his arrival. Now, I've had this thing sitting in the back, haven't really used it, and the reason being is, my tank has filter media that has bacteria that I can cycle for. I put in some of the rocks from my tank. I took my old sponge in my canister filter and rinsed it out inside the tank, but still, it's the parameters are off. I've been testing it like every single day. I've got my TDS meter, which don't really need for this, but I'll get to that in a second. I'm testing ammonia, nitrite, nitrates, all that good stuff. The tank is cycling. It's working, but it's not going fast enough, especially for my friend's shrimp to be here anytime soon. And so that's the problem. What am I gonna do? I'm kind of like stuck in a rock and a hard place. It's like, okay, well, I've got 3 options, all right? So I can put them in my 55-gallon, okay? Right now my stocking is light because I've sold a few of my fish to my local fish store, the Fish Gallery. The problem is I have a giant angel. He's huge. He's, probably a little bit smaller than my palm. I've got a couple mollies who are chill. They're awesome. I've got a guppy male, not a big deal. A handful of, I believe they're cardinal tetras, neon tetras. I don't really remember. And I've got a rainbow shark in here somewhere. He's an absolute star. Very community friendly. Love the guy, but he's hiding. Oh, there he is, right there. You can kind of see him. There you go. And you know, I've got some panda cories in here. I've got some other cory species. And here's actually the assassin snails I was talking about earlier. I did go and pick those up this past weekend. But so I've got options here for my friends. Right? So we've got one, I can put them in this tank. That would probably be, you know, an issue, primarily because of that guy, my angel. He would gobble them up, like, nom for days. And those shrimp aren't cheap, man. That would be an expensive as hell meal. Option number two, I've got some subwurster tang that is chilling in my tank because it's meant for something else that I will get to. They can't get above this lip. There is a small lip, and they don't really like air, so maybe that could work. So we have three options. Put them in the 55. Hope they don't get eaten by the angel and any of the other fish. Put them inside, option number two, put them inside the fry cage, and hopefully they'll be good. Or option number three, put them inside the tank, dose it with prime every single day, and hope that they don't succumb to ammonia and nitrites. I'm leaning towards maybe the 55. I mean, okay, so here's my situation. If the shrimp come in as adults or near adult juvenile, you know, that kind of range, then I will go ahead and, let me turn the camera around. I will go ahead and toss them in the 55. If they look big enough that they're not gonna fit inside my angel's mouth, great. But if they aren't, right here, probably the best bet. Because honestly, yeah, I could dose the small six gallon fluval every so often, but like I could do water changes every day. Honestly, I'm not really sure what I should do. I think I'm probably gonna try to go with, depending on the size of the shrimp, we'll go from there. Okay, that's a little bit better. So now that I've talked about that situation, I'm gonna be spending the next couple weeks trying to keep these shrimp alive. I know I didn't really talk about it at the beginning. These are blue dream blue velvets. They're neocaradinas. They're a type of shrimp. They're more hardy than their caridina fellows. But here's the thing, over the past week that my friend or coworker has told me about this situation, I've really started getting into the whole shrimp sub-hobby within the aquarium hobby. And because of that, I've gone ahead and ordered two 20-gallon, I think they were Boost Plants, rimless aquariums. They look amazing. They're gonna be set up over there, either over by the cat tree, which I'll close the window so we don't have algae problems, or I'll find a place, maybe my closet. I don't really know where I'm gonna put them. But it's just like the hobby, the whole shrimp keeping and breeding is just really kind of seems interesting. Like I've got a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna be going over that in a future video. But this, basically I'm gonna try to split this up into a few parts. One, keep these shrimp alive, maybe. And two, start my own shrimp, my own shrimping. I'm gonna call it my own shrimping. And we'll see what we do from there. I'm really hoping that you guys can help me out here. I've been in the hobby for a little over a year, but I've really never touched shrimp. You know, I've got an RODI system. I've got all that stuff, but again, future video. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you wanna stay, you wanna see these things going on because I'm pretty excited. I'm kind of nervous about how this is gonna turn out. It starts tomorrow, basically. So we're gonna have to see what happens from there. But thank you guys very much for watching. My name is Aaron. This is Aaron's Aquatics. See you next time.